Like I want to put on a floral shirt and go somewhere instead of having to put on a white tee or dress all the way up. Just something in a nice balance, something for the ratchet and something for the sophisticated. I like to say that I like my events it could be a doctor there, but it could be what's the name of it? One of the nurse ladies or whatever that's watching the nursing home people or whatever. We want everybody there, the hipsters and the hood guys.
A hospice nurse.
Ooh, get you a good hot CNA. She nasty too.
That's what I've heard.
So yeah, man, I just like to just switch it up, man. So I love doing it. I enjoy it. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and, since it's live, I'm doing the party September 30th. My next big vibe. It's called La Noir Sunset. It's gonna be a pool party, but it's gonna be all black. All black attire with fuchsia as well. So black and fuchsia. I'm gonna have complimentary Bel Air champagne for everybody. Pass hors d'oeuvres, good vibes, man. Like the venue is sexy. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna push it all out, on y'all website as well. Y'all Instagram and stuff. So
we gonna be able to turn up with fuchsia.
Oh yeah.
We don't even know what fuchsia is.
like a hot pink.
Hot pink.
Yeah, I'm putting fuchsia on, man.
Okay.
Like
You gotta know some colors, man.
yeah.
We
kind of like that, a little bit like that heart on your shirt, a little bit. Like it's just a little lighter
I'm about
than
to
that.
say we got some on the bench pink shirts now. I might just rock
There it
that,
is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, so tell me if you agree with this, because it's a lot of people, and for the people that's watching, they can see like these are some of the flyers of some of your events that you put on in the past, and one that you got coming up, the Close Friends, of course, that you rock pretty regularly there. So people come, either people come migrate to Orlando, or you can just be in Orlando, and this is what people will say. It's never anything to do in Orlando, and they're talking about the nightlife and parties and stuff like that, or they'll say it's nothing to do. It's the same thing over and over. It's boring here. I gotta get away. I gotta move. And this is what I tell those people: that Orlando isn't it's an events town, right? That's just the way it is. You gotta catch the events, and it's a lot of events, but you just gotta be in the right network to catch those events. Now, and there's several reasons for that I think that is because of that, right? Because Orlando is a nice, thriving, and upcoming city, but the thing is, it's like, okay, iDrive takes a lot away, because if you go to a place like Houston, Atlanta, they are technically bigger cities, but whatever, Miami, like you go to the city, you have out of towners there in their downtown area, whatever the party place is. You have out of towners there, you have people in the city there, and there's all these different places. Here in Orlando, most of the out of towners, they're going to iDrive when they're going out.
Yeah, it's like a separated environment. Like
separated
the out of town tourist people are going to be around iDrive.
Yeah.
The local people might be downtown, Winter Park, various other spots, but you don't have like a real commingling of those people.
In all these other cities, everybody's in the same spot, and so it looks like it's more lit. It looks like it's more thriving, but it's really not, because we're separated in a smaller city at that too. What you think about the events part, and then the part I just said?
So first thing, I think we got to stop trying to the problem with especially like local people is we try to compare Orlando to Atlanta or New York or these huge cities. We're more so on the Charlotte, San Diego, maybe Austin kind of vibe. Even with population wise, I think San Diego has a lot more, but we have to that's the part we're going with there. As far as what you said about iDrive, yeah, that's 100%. And you got to remember who runs iDrive. That's Disney, Universal, all that entertainment. So I do see a lot of us slowly going over there. Shout out my boy KTZ. He has Lava out there, has Coming to America brunch out there. So there's things going out there now. And then we're definitely, especially with the new ordinances going on downtown, we're leaving the downtown area. Me personally, I started around there when I started, my real events. I did downtown, but now I'm slowly just going away from that because it's a younger crowd out there. I'm not trying to be there with my cousin who's 18. I want to, and that's cool. That's something for them. But I went to downtown Saturday. A cop got shot. I'm like, I don't want to be down here with this, man. It's definitely growing. If you're looking for something, different in the city, you have to stop following the same people. You can definitely, there's Orlando House Party, different venues, different promoters out there. You don't have to go to the same people, but shout out to the people that, you do go to, but spread it out. I swear you will find so many great vibes in the city, man. It's all kind of stuff. different things, different music, house music, hip hop. You like rock, you want country. Go to Cowboys one night, man. It's a good time in there.
Yeah.
And the drinks are for the low. So Cowboys is where it's at.
Might just go for the drinks.
And they'll teach you how to square dance in there. Like have an hour square dance class right before it. So like,
Really?
man, look, I thought, people be like, oh, white people can't dance. Wrong. They get down in there, man. Like I was like, all right, I can't dance because I can't do all this do-si-do. It was a good vibe in there though.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So when you talk about how you come up with some of these, you got the Stick and Grind, Publix Beach Party, AARP, the 90s, 80s, stuff like that. So like, how do you come up with these themes for these parties?
I mean, sometimes I just sit at home and I'll take what's kind of going on in social media and kind of build off of that. Like Stick and Grind was kind of like the Freaknik. Like I was like, oh man, everybody talking Freaknik. Florida, we more, sticking, we doing a different kind of vibe. So I was like, let me just kind of play off of that and, build off of that. AARP, I saw, somebody, did something like a house party and they dressed up as old people. So I was like, let's take it a step further. Let's actually have the food there like we're in the nursing home. Let's, even at the party.
You guys have like Jello and stuff?
Yeah, we had all that stuff, man. We had somebody make a pot roast. We had greens, black eyed peas. Like we ate like we were with grandma them. So the Publix Beach Party, I was like, well, I go to the beach. What do I usually take? Public stuff. I'll take a Publix sub, some fruit. Like let's just go ahead and make that a thing. So I just try to see what's kind of popping, build off of that, see what people are, what resonates with people. Like I see you got the close friends flyer up there. Everybody remembers MySpace in those days. Like, look, your top 8. Who are those? Those are your close friends. That's the party. Because everybody's on Instagram. They got that little green circle with their close friends. So you kind of just tie into that. So I just try to, be the pulse of the people, and just try to use that pulse to do events.
I like it. I like it. I was wondering what the Publix Beach Party was.
Man, that's the time, man. We have a good time out there. Yeah, big drinking out there.
That's for sure. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, let's get into some of these trending topics here. So how I wanted to ease on into this Montgomery brawl is, we're a few days past now, a couple days past, so we don't have to spend too much time on it. And I'm trying to find it here. My eyes are getting bad with this wine, man. I only took 3 sips, man.
It's not good, man. Your girl didn't pass on tolerance.